We're going to talk about the early phase of building 65, what kind of deposits we have here. It basically hasn't changed much from the late phase of building 65. We removed the later and nicer, much better preserved oven, and we have again against the south wall a lower oven, or the base of a lower oven, and similar position, but not quite in the same position. As you can see, these deposits are much less well preserved than the ones we had from the last or later phase of building 65. We removed a hearth, and this is the lower hearth, again in a very similar position. It's similar kind of hearth as we had before, set in a sort of square pedestal with a distinctive circular burning in the centre bit of it. Again, the floors are not badly preserved. It might have one or two phases. I can see sort of different lines of plaster coming up, but that might be repair rather than actually a whole new oven sequence, or hearth sequence rather. As you can see, the floors are kind of better preserved on this side over here. We have this not funny, but a depression in the floor here. I don't think this is slumped into something. I think this is deliberately made into the floor. So whether this is meant to retain a basket or a pot, I'm not really sure. But there was something that looks like sat here, maybe next to the hearth, who knows. As you can see, the floors are slumping quite badly over here, because we can see the wall of the next building down is beginning to sort of poke through as the building's settled. The western storage area hasn't changed at all. This seems to be installed early in the building's history and maintained throughout the building's history. So again, this building's probably short-lived anyway. We've still got the same sequence of storage bins, 2 at that end, 1, 2, and a possible third one at this side. This is outside the building, so this is a platform down here, or the lower platform. The plasters here are very badly disturbed, so almost no floor in here at all, just as bits surviving here. The pot we removed, we kind of removed that. We took the complete or semi-complete pottery vessel, which was poking up through the platform floors. We removed that, so this is this hole. Just ignore it. We took that out so we could get it down to conservation and have a look at it, because it was beginning to fall apart on the ground, and so we just got that out of the way. So this is kind of slightly out of sequence, but there was a lower platform surface here with the pot sealed beneath that. We also had an interesting deposit of feasting deposit, scapula, equid scapula, not really set around the pot, but set underneath the initial construction layer of the platform. There was also a figurine associated with it. I'm not allowed to say goddess, so I won't. I'll just say it was a figurine. Well, I did say goddess, but there we go. Again, we've got a lower bench, or a lower plastered bench here. We've removed the upper one, which was really thick coated plaster. We've still got the post scar. In the central platform, we've removed hopefully the last of the burials. There was, what you can see here is what's left, all the burial cuts. There was 6 burial events in total. Rather interestingly, there was a cut that didn't seem to have anything at all, and that seemed to be the primary cut of this sequence, or at least on primary cut on this side. But whether that was removed by a later burial or they've gone in and got it, I don't know. But there definitely wasn't it looked like from its size of the cut it was going to be a child or an infant or a baby, and it ended up being nothing. So what happened there, I don't know. Up here you can just see the last, or the earlier nice white plaster platform area sitting on the makeup layer, which is hopefully sitting on room fill or packing up for this plaster. So we're intending to remove all these deposits. We go through, we kind of defined the northern room of this building. We come through a crawl hole here. There seems to be the remnants of a bin, which is a rather odd position to be beside a crawl hole, but it might have been a storage area that was accessed from another direction, and they left this bin in at some point when they knocked this crawl hole through. We can't, unfortunately, we've lost the wall here from truncated by mellout, so we don't know what this wall did on this side. I suspect it came up here and then turned, and the back wall of our building 65 is over here. But this building at some point, this room or this space is obviously being used as a dirty area. There was lots of fire spots here, which I talked about in the priority tour. And there's a bit of middening going on as well. So there's this unusual activity going on here. So basically the house is kept sparkly clean. Come through to this area and it's a dirty area. And it might be that they've left the bin or bin-like feature as a kind of baffle to sort of stop junk and dust and whatever smoke coming from this area into there. But that's just a theory at the moment. But whatever happens, this building goes out, or this space goes out of use as a building because there's a whole sequence of very fine laminations, dumped material that actually sealed this wall. So this space goes out of use. And of course, they also blocked this in the later phase of this building. They blocked this crawl hole. So it just went out of use. There was no connection between this space from here and its later extent. So again, maybe a short-lived. The building itself, we thought we had what we thought was the eastern wall, the eastern outside wall, but it isn't, because you come in through the crawl hole here, come through here, and this wall, there's no wall here. If this was the outside wall, there should be. So there's another space here we haven't defined. It's going underneath the section. We might dig it some time. So the plan is to remove the last of the floors, take the samples, take the oven and the hearth out, and then take the walls down, and then that'll be it. Hopefully there'll be no more burials. Although Christian's looking at me rather askance because I think she wants to dig one, but hopefully there's no more burials. So because that might slow us down a bit. So the idea is to get down to the next phase. And this, so building 65 in the next couple of weeks will go. But that's, I think I've mentioned most of the things. So the building doesn't really change. It's just a new oven hearth, or an earlier oven hearth sequence replaced by a later oven hearth sequence. And there only seems to be two flooring events as far as we can tell, or two major flooring events within the building. So again, possibly a short-lived building compared with some of the other buildings we get where there's multiple layers of plastering and various changes within the building, which makes it easier for us, so it's good. So I think that's it. So bye bye, building 65.